Physical symptoms manifest: headaches, stomach aches, a persistent feeling of unease. Your body is reacting to the stress of constantly feeling unseen and unheard. Your health suffers in silence. You avoid new experiences, afraid of encountering more judgment. The world shrinks, your comfort zone becomes a cage. The cost is growth, the potential for joy, slowly dying within you. Relationships strain and break. The constant need for explanation exhausts even the most patient of friends. The cost is companionship, the feeling of belonging, replaced by emptiness. You find yourself craving solitude, not as a choice, but as a necessity. The pain of misunderstanding outweighs the desire for connection. The cost is intimacy, the vulnerability of true closeness. Opportunities slip through your fingers. You hesitate to speak up in meetings, afraid of being ridiculed. The cost is your career, your potential, stunted by a fear of being misunderstood by your colleagues. You build walls around your heart, protecting yourself from further pain. The cost is love, the possibility of finding someone who truly sees you. The armor becomes your prison, preventing authentic connections. Your self-esteem plummets. Each misunderstanding reinforces the belief that you are inherently flawed. The cost is your self-worth, the foundation of a healthy and fulfilling life, crumbling away, replaced by insecurities. You become hyper-vigilant, constantly analyzing every interaction, searching for hidden meanings. The cost is your peace of mind, the ability to relax and be present, replaced by constant worry. You start to resent those who seem to understand each other effortlessly. A bitter jealousy creeps in, poisoning your relationships. The cost is empathy, the capacity for genuine compassion and care for others. Your sense of humor fades. Jokes become strained. Laughter feels forced. The cost is joy, the simple pleasure of lightness and playfulness, replaced by a heavy sense of burden. You lose faith in humanity. If no one can understand you, what hope is there for connection? The cost is optimism, the belief in the inherent goodness of people, turning into cynicism and despair. You avoid seeking help, fearing you won't be understood by therapists or counselors. The cost is healing, the opportunity to process your pain and find strategies for coping with the challenges you are facing daily. Your inner child withers. The playful, curious part of you gets buried under layers of defensiveness. The cost is innocence, the ability to approach the world with wonder and excitement. You start to believe the lies they tell about you, internalizing the misunderstandings as truth. The cost is your identity, the unique tapestry of your personality, unraveling at the seams. You stop setting boundaries, afraid of being seen as difficult or unreasonable. The cost is self-respect, the recognition of your own worth, and the right to protect your own needs and feelings. You sacrifice your values to fit in, betraying your own moral compass. The cost is integrity, the alignment between your words and actions, eroding your sense of self-respect. You isolate yourself from your family, fearing their judgment or disapproval. The cost is familial love, the unconditional support and belonging that can provide strength in times of adversity. You abandon your dreams, deciding they're too unrealistic or impractical. The cost is purpose, the driving force that gives your life meaning and direction, leaving you feeling aimless and lost. You become passive-aggressive, expressing your anger indirectly. The cost is honesty, the ability to communicate your feelings openly and directly, further damaging your relationships. You sabotage your own success, afraid of attracting attention or envy. The cost is achievement, the satisfaction of reaching your goals and realizing your potential, replaced by a cycle of self-defeat. You develop unhealthy coping mechanisms like overeating, drinking, or substance abuse. The cost is your health, the vitality and well-being of your body and mind, sacrificed for temporary relief. You become numb, disconnecting from your emotions to avoid feeling the pain. The cost is joy, the full spectrum of human experience, leaving you feeling empty and lifeless. It is emotional self-mutilation. You start to resent yourself for not being understood, blaming yourself for the misunderstandings. The cost is self-compassion, the ability to treat yourself with kindness and understanding, descending into self-loathing. You fantasize about disappearing, escaping the pain of being misunderstood. The cost is hope, the belief that things can get better, fading into a dark abyss of resignation and powerlessness. You feel like you are slowly ceasing to exist, becoming a ghost in your own life. The cost is presence, the ability to fully inhabit your body and experience the world, turning into a specter of what you could have been. You lose the will to fight for yourself, surrendering to the feeling of being misunderstood. The cost is your spirit, the inner spark that drives you to live and thrive, extinguishing your sense of self. Your world becomes smaller, darker, and devoid of any color as the costs pile up. The cost of being misunderstood consumes your light, your life force, and your ability to dream, and the ability to love. You start seeing the world and yourself through the eyes of those who misunderstand you. Your perception of reality becomes contorted, poisoned, warped. The cost is your truth, and your right to claim it. You stop believing you deserve to be understood, and in turn, your heart closes completely. No room for love, compassion, or connection. The ultimate cost is your humanity and your ability to feel. The weight of it all can feel crushing. You question if the struggle is worth it, if your differences are a burden too heavy to bear. The cost is hope for a better future, replaced by the bleak acceptance of perpetual solitude. The silence becomes deafening. You scream internally, but no one hears. The cost is the echo of your own voice, a constant reminder of your isolation in a crowded world, until one day you stop even screaming. Eventually you realize you have become the misunderstanding. The version of yourself that exists in the minds of others is now the real you, and it feels like you can never escape this false version. You are trapped. The ultimate cost is not simply loneliness, but the slow, insidious death of your authentic self. The tragedy is that the world loses a unique voice and a brilliant mind because they never felt safe enough to share it. They simply vanish.